All right, welcome in. We are live and we are about to play at Copperhead Country Club. I have done a little upgrade to my simulator over the last couple days. Um, Added in a new Carl's Place mat, which I have absolutely loved so far, and got the Carl's Place hitting strip to go in it as well. I got the foam. Thought about going with the gel or the foam. Haven't really decided if I was going to get the gel yet, but I've absolutely loved the foam hitting strip so much so far. It is very forgiving on your joints. I don't feel like I'm hitting a shot. Before I had the Fire Built Performance Series mat, which was good. It was a 4x8, and you could hit anywhere on it. The downside to that, to me, in my opinion, is if you have a full hitting strip, you can just take it out and replace it anytime. It's a lot cheaper than replacing an entire mat. And the cost difference between replacing one strip and this entire mat was a little bit cheaper than replacing that entire full mat. This one's a 6x10, which is giving me a lot more space. Plus, I have leveled out the turf in between my hitting mat and the screen. I've added a couple putting holes, which is hard to see with the camera angles, but I'm getting some custom cups that I've got to order, and they should be on the way now. So I'm waiting for those to come in to be able to fill in the holes. And then I'm going to have some custom flags made for the channel. So getting a couple things ordered and brought in, and hoping that they look good and everything else. Now that we've done a little bit of upgrades to the simulator, feels much better. The only thing I do notice about the hitting mat is that it is very soft. So it just takes you a day or so to get used to walking on it and standing on it when you're hitting. That's the only thing I would say is it's just a little bit soft. So if the hitting mat was a little bit more firm while the strip was soft and good foamy, it would be a little bit easier to hit on and get used to. But now that I'm used to it, I don't notice it anymore. So it's really only an initial feeling that you get out of the mat that just kind of feels a little bit different than what you do when you're walking on hard ground. So I would say it feels more like a soft bunker, but you don't sink into it. You know, walking on it, it feels really soft, which is good. But when you're standing there and you're taking a swing, having something a little more firm underneath your feet. Now, my feet don't slip, even in tennis shoes. So I haven't had any issues with that or anything like that. But you can definitely tell that it's just softer, which, you know, maybe that's going to help joints and swings and stuff like that too, especially with somebody with a little bit higher swing speed like mine. But the joints, on the hitting strip with the foam insert has been a game changer for me. I can feel so much of a difference when I'm hitting, especially my lower clubs, my wedges and stuff into the turf. Now, I haven't really hit any pitch shots or like high flop shot type deals. You know, out of bunkers on GSPro, you got to hit those high flop shot type shots for the the launch monitor to register it high enough to get it up and over the lip. So that's one thing that's a little bit different on GSPro than it is outside in real life. But we'll find out because I'm sure I'm going to hit it in plenty of bunkers today. We're still going through a little bit of a swing change, and we're trying to strengthen the left wrist at the top of the swing instead of being so cupped. We're trying to get it a little more bowed. I'm hoping that that helps me to shorten the swing just a little bit. So we're kind of working on that today, getting that right wrist a little bit more involved in having it nice and cupped at the top of the backswing, and trying to get rid of that. When I get to the top, I roll it, and that's kind of where that cup comes from. So I'm trying to get rid of that and work on that a little bit. So we're going through a little bit of a swing change that we've kind of worked on now that we're back and being able to hit some balls and playing. This is going to be my second round on the sim in a month, a little over a month since I've been injured. So we're getting back at it, hitting some balls, trying to work on some swing changes and stuff. And so hopefully we can get at Copperhead here, play on the Pro Tour, and get us a good round. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Hopefully you enjoy seeing the new simulator and stuff with the new mat. Hopefully it looks good, and we will see what we can do here. All right, Pro Tour. So today, settings wise, we've got soft fairways and greens, calm winds, normal putting. We're on 12 Stimp, 5-foot Gimmies, playing from the green tees, which are going to be 6,600 and some change in yards. Looks like 6661, which obviously isn't a good number, but let's just hope we play well. Brad is trash at 2K5. Now, hold on now. Hendo, Brad, which one is the one that's causing you all to lose right now? With your money, I would build TGL in the backyard. Shoot, I wish I had that kind of money. Hendo, I was going to sell it for like $250. Those hitting mats, if I'm not mistaken, are like $1,500 or more, almost $2,000 maybe. I'd have to look them up, but I was going to sell it for $250. It comes with a rubber flooring that sets underneath of the mat and gives you a really good base, especially if you're going to sit it outside. If you're going to set it outside on the grass, if you're going to sit it on concrete, that rubber base is really, really good for protection and stuff like that. So you're not hitting straight into the ground and through the mat, because it's not quite as thick. The base of it isn't quite as thick as what this one is. This one without a full rubber base underneath of it is an 1 3/4 inches tall from the bottom of the foam to the top of the turf. The Performance Fire-Built turf is maybe 3/4 of an inch, including the turf and the piece that's underneath of it. And there's just not a lot of protection there, so you have to have that rubber base underneath of it, which makes it to where it doesn't move either if you're on concrete, which helps a lot. So here we go at Copperhead, see if we can get a good start here and find the fairway on this par 5 and get ourselves a chance at a birdie, hopefully. Starting some red numbers. That'd be really helpful. Hit it good, just pulled it. Just stay off the cart path and stay in bounds. Give me a look. All right, we'll take that as the first one. Just pulled it a little bit. But we got to look at it, so that's always a good thing. See if we can try to punch a low 2-iron underneath there. See if we can hit it towards that that bunker and just kind of keep it low. Hit us a little low draw and try to get it going at that bunker there.